Hello. All right, welcome to the research stream. What's going on, Amanda? What's going on, Mike? Welcome. Welcome to everybody in the clouds. So this stream is going to be about trying to understand Jade and his plan, because Jade has a boy in white problem. And that problem is that the boy in white told Victor to stop when Victor was trying to chop down the faraway tree, and Jade is trying to use a vehicle and chain to pull the tree from its roots. So Jade's got a problem, and we'll look at everything that has happened with the boy in white scenes to determine if not only does Jade have a problem, but how big the problem will be. So if you're new here, please subscribe, thumb up the video. It's a research stream, not a show or anything. We're just figuring some stuff out, and we're going to also start with, or look at, from season 4 trailer. So,
looking to register.
Here's the trailer, The Calm Before. Forgot to take her down. Oh no, don't tell me that Claire is going to be the next victim of Sophia, the man in yellow. Because Sophia might not survive the encounter. You see how we lost, what's his face? All right. Yeah, we lost Roger. We lost Roger. And Roger was like a background character. So, I don't know. But we'll look at this trailer, and then we'll move on to boy in white stuff.
Do you know who I really am? Maybe if you look closer. Oh God.
What? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa. Clara can just look. Hold on. What the heck?
Do you know who I really am? Maybe if you look closer. Oh God.
What? Hold on. Okay. I'll play the whole trailer, then we'll go back and look at each scene.
Do you know who I really am? Maybe if you look closer. Oh God.
So Sophia pulls her glasses down and looks her directly in the eye. But how would Clara know? Unless could Clara be Eloise? Okay, I'll just play it.
The guy in the yellow suit, he's back. When the sun comes up tomorrow, I want to be ready to put shovels in the ground. Look at those bones. What do you want?
You know what the others are doing?
Hey, buddy. Hey, Victor, come on. Hey,
Do you like games? I love them. I'm playing so many right now.
Okay. Okay. So, like I was just saying, when the boy in white was telling Victor no or stop, when Victor was trying to chop down the faraway tree, that may be what the boy in white is telling Victor.
Do you know who I really am? Maybe if you look closer. Oh, God.
Okay, so Sophia pulls her glasses down, and Clara is able to look into Sophia's eyes. Could it be that Clara is Eloise? All right, let's just... I know people have kind of had that theory. If Clara is Eloise, people have been spoiling it for a while. That's the one thing that I hate about From, is that you could be watching a video from a content creator, and or talking to someone in the comment section, they say something, and you thinking, oh, it's just random conversation. No, they're giving out spoilers. From is really horrible about that, as far as the community. So I was talking to one guy in the comment section, and he was like, "Oh yeah, boy's gonna give one of the monsters a bug," and I'm like, "Is that a theory or what?" Okay, one more. Because I would imagine that's the only way this scene would have a significance, is if it's Eloise. And maybe she doesn't know. Because people have been saying, oh, Clara's Eloise, but I'm thinking, everybody's wanting Eloise to... Okay, this is a better picture of Eloise. I'm going to take that one down. So, sorry I got to have Eloise with Victor, but that's just the... this behind the scenes photo is just the best one I have of Eloise. Now, I know you all, not you all, but I know people kind of gave me a hard time when I was saying that black hair is brunette. The internet has given both answers, that brunette means dark hair, that it also means brown hair. But, I mean, it could be Eloise. I mean, no kidding. If you look at Eloise, the actress who plays Eloise's face, and Clara's face, they do kind of look similar. So it could be that Clara may have... I mean, not Clara, but Eloise could have gotten out, got adopted, and either changed her name or started going by like her middle name or something. Because, I mean, look at the ears. And I know they may not be related in real life, but they may have cast Clara because she looks similar to Eloise. Because if Eloise got out and went to the real world, I could see her in America eating processed food and putting on the pounds, and that's why she looks different than Victor. But for for Clara to say, "Oh God," and then I think there's a tear right here, not really sure. But for Clara to be able to look into Sophia's eyes and say, "Oh my gosh," or whatever, in my opinion, it would have to be that Clara has some type of relationship with Sophia, and that maybe Clara really is Eloise. So Redstar24 says, "I do have issues if she's Clara." Or if Clara's Eloise because of the age difference. Maybe she got lost in time like Supergirl and is now younger than she's supposed to be. I mean, okay, so 7370 says, saw a theory post that Claire is an agent for the boy in white. So Clara being an agent for the boy in white, that probably would be more believable than Clara's Eloise. So Reptar 24 is a yoga stretch. I know. I'm trying to help the logic. So Clara's power is hiding. Clara's too young. Yeah, because Victor is 50. So that means Clara would have to be 50. So Repstar 24 is saying that Clara is a mole or another entity of the town. And people have suspected Clara for the longest. And so for Clara, I could see Clara maybe having some type of ability where, because remember, Clara's eye had got damaged season 1 because of the lights. When it was the storm coming in, that the lightning or something had destroyed. The storm came in, and the rain damaged the equipment, caused electrical sparks, and then Clara's eye was injured. So maybe Clara has a gift where she can look in someone's soul or something.
Do you know who I really am?
Do you know who I really am?
Do you know who I really am? Maybe if you look closer. Oh, God.
This scene's going to be wild. This scene could also be a fake out. Or, here's a third alternative. Because I doubt that Sophia would want to give herself away in the daytime, where someone like Clara could run off and tell people, oh yeah, this is the man in white, this is whoever. It could be that the Sophia form that the man in yellow has taken, the actual Sophia has a relation to Clara. That would make more sense, that perhaps so I think Sophia is doing something funky with her eye that we can't see in the trailer. Probably so. Clara was stuck in the Phantom Zone. I mean, it could be that Clara has a connection to who the Sophia form really is. That could be a third option. Because, I mean, I know we try to put Eloise with everybody. People have said Eloise is this and Eloise is that, just as bad as people saying the spiders in the backgrounds. But it would make more sense if not that Claire is Eloise, but that Clara has a connection to who the Sophia transformation is. So let's say the man in yellow swallowed one of Sophia's teeth and now could transform into Sophia, and that who Sophia used to be has a connection to Clara. That would be plausible. Because to pull the glasses down like that, I mean, I don't know. Or it could be a fourth option. Sophia is using her power to hypnotize Clara, and in hypnotizing Clara, Clara is now under the control of Sophia. Yeah, so House of Mystic says Sophia could be putting images in her head like everybody else. Yeah. So even though we can't see it, Sophia may be either hypnotizing Clara or could be touching her, and Clara is now seeing things. So Restaurant 24 says Sophia would have gone to Fromville when they were both young. The real Sophia got taken out by monsters, and now Clara came into town 10 plus years later. Could be. It could be. Yeah, so Amanda says magic doesn't have to be logical. I mean, supernatural. At this point, the show is just supernatural. So B. Brock VA, Victor doesn't know she's Eloise. Well, let's just say hypothetically that Clara is Eloise somehow, some way. Victor forgot he had a sister, so in addition to Victor forgetting that he had a sister, for all we know, Victor may have forgot that he ate some people along the way. But anyway, enough of that. He did explain in a roundabout way how he survived, so we'll take it for face value. So Ang Peach says, I just want to know why she has never changed her clothes. All right, so we're taking Eloise down. So maybe she's never changed her clothes because she's comfortable in her own skin. So David says, Clara didn't just recognize the entity, she knew what it was. Yeah. So Amanda's asking, if Victor forgot his sister, why did Victor turn a teddy bear into Eloise? Yeah. That's a good question. So I think 7370 says, I feel like it's a bit weird to do that in this way. Sophia in yellow would have just touched her arm like the rest of the people. Yeah. But then again, Sophia did put her blood into Henry's cup and Henry drunk it. So, I mean, Sophia's ability set, it seems like Sophia is just like a witch, a wizard, and her power is like God tier, like Sabrina, the Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. It seems like that's Sophia's skill set. Like she's just basically a god, like a witch with god-like power, like Scarlet Witch or something. So 7370, yeah, the blood thing is giving a stronger connection than a touch or a look. So Mike says Sophia chose those glasses carefully. Maybe Clara had a relationship to the previous owner. Could be. It's just this scene right here, it presents a lot. There's not much to go off of. I mean, we could what if all day. We could what if all day. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we could what if all day with this. I like the show is doing something with Clara. I just hate that we're getting this, and it appears that it's getting kind of close to dark. So let's say Clara lives in Colony House. So Clara could, and we see the church right here in the background. So where Clara is, and then we also see the diner. So Clara's over there by the sheriff's station, across the street from the Matthews. So she has a long, if it is getting dark, she does have a long way to go to get to safety. And we don't see any people in the background. So here's what I'm thinking. I think right now, the people who are in town, they're either doing stuff with the faraway tree, they're at Colony House, or perhaps they're like in their homes or something. Because it seems like it's getting close to dark, and there's other scenes in this trailer of people making plans to do something with the faraway tree, and more than likely at Colony House. There may not be a lot of people in town right now to witness whatever Sophia is going to do. Is it Neo or Neo? Or Nia? Anyway, but Neo says Clara working with the boy in white. I mean, it would be, if she is, and she has been for like 4 seasons, and we're just not finding out towards the end of the 4th season, that would suck, because that would have been nice to know.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think she hypnotizes her. I'm going for hypnosis.
Do you know who I really am?
Do you know who I really am? All right, so I think this might, let's see, is this the pastor's car? I mean, not pastor, but the priest's car from episode 1 of this season. Let me look. No. That may be where they're at. So Sophia may have been going through the priest's vehicle and saying, "Hey, don't I know you?" We may watch this scene in the episode, and it's like a nothing burger. Like Sophia is just saying, "If you don't back off and leave me alone, you'll get hurt," or something. All right, so it looks like they're like, maybe possibly this could be at the priest's vehicle. Look at Sophia putting on a show. I think at one point we do see the back of the vehicle. So y'all see how it's the same color? Yeah, so they may be at the priest's vehicle, because it looked like it's the same color. But then again, because, okay, it would make sense that Sophia is going through the vehicle, because they never moved the priest's car from the side of the sheriff's station. Okay, right there. So it would make sense that Sophia could just walk up to the sheriff's station, and it's very difficult to tell at this angle, but it looks like this is the priest's vehicle. That's right there in the sheriff's station. Sophia could just walk up, and more than likely it has walked up, and it's going through the priest's vehicle. Or it could be, I mean, the trunk is popped. My money is on Sophia is going through the vehicle looking for things, because she's already been looking at the paperwork of the priests. So Sophia pops the trunk. Clara walks up. You know how Clara is, and Clara's like, "What you doing?" And Sophia's like, "My business." And then Clara's like, "Aren't you the person that came in this vehicle that caused the accident?" And then Sophia's like, "Well, do you know who I really am?" And then Sophia could just say something like, "I'm the person gonna be your worst nightmare." You know, something weird or corny. That could be what the scene is, and it may be a nothing burger as far as how it plays out with her pulling the glasses down and looking. Or Sophia may give a line that's homage to a horror movie or something, and that might be what this is. So that's what I'm thinking, is that Sophia is going through the vehicle of the priest, and then Clara comes walking up being nosy. And based off of, and then you can also see what appears to be the bard in the background right here. But there definitely is, yeah, I see the bard in the background, and they changed the angle, and the church is behind Clara. So it would make sense that we have the church at one end of the street, the barn at the other, and then they're at the car that belonged to the priest, and Sophia's going through it, or maybe Clara was going through it, and that's when Sophia walks up. And the reason why I think it could be Clara as well, because Clara's right here with the trunk popped, as if Clara could be, looking in the trunk. And then here comes Sophia walking up from maybe another home or something. I don't know. It could be either one, but it would make more sense that Clara's going through the trunk and she's doing what everybody does, going through people's stuff, looking for clothes and whatnot. And here comes Sophia being territorial. Or it could be Sophia is in the sheriff's station. Clara comes up and is like, "Yeah, boy's not in there." And then, "What you doing?" But it's more than likely it has something to do with this trunk being popped, because the trunk is popped, and it's definitely, in my opinion, the priest's car. So Mike says Julia Doyle's been great as Sophia, but I don't need a season 5 Sophia. It may be a season 5 Sophia. The way that everything's been going, I mean, it's looking like it's going to be Sophia all day, every day. So the 7370 says, do I think that Sophia will be revealed before the final episode? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because the show doesn't really seem like it's a combat show. And I think at the end of episode 10, they may somehow get the hint that the man in yellow can shapeshift or something. Maybe Tabitha remembers some type of shapeshift or something, or more, maybe Victor said something. But I imagine episode 10, the man in yellow could be walking amongst us, and they don't trust each other. Then season 5 could be about figuring out who the man in yellow is, and now no one trusts or wants to talk to everyone, and that's where the tear each other apart kind of comes in. So House of Mystic says, look at the trailer. It's not the post office. The barn is across the street. Well, the barn is, I mean, you can kind of see the barn right there in the background. And the barn is on the left side of the street. So it's looking like that's the barn right there. And they remember the priest vehicle is in the side of the sheriff's station. Maybe this comment is late. Maybe I'm reading a comment after I've gone through all that. So Facia Diggs says, I hope somebody finds out before for season 5. I hope so too. So RevStar24, I need Sarah to at least figure it out. The majority of the town can still believe in Sophia and hate Sarah, but I need someone to put it together. Well, I think if somebody does put it together, Sophia is going to take their life because, you know, they've been doing a lot of deaths either at the beginning of a season like Tia Chen Lu or at the end of a season like Jim. So I think episode 9 or episode 10, we're going to have a death. So Ice Cold Magician from show creators messed up by revealing the Man in Yellow as Sophia early. Well, I think they did that, in my opinion, because people were complaining that they weren't getting a lot of explanation. And in my opinion, I think they did the whole reveal early so that people would not be confused as to what's going on and not focus on, well, we don't know this, we don't know that. So Facia Diggs is nice knowing you, Clara. So Neo, it would be very from like if Boyd or whoever figures out right in the last second of the season before it cuts to black. Yeah, I mean, like how Boyd figured out to use the torch to go down to the dungeon episode 10 of season 2. Yeah. Like, oh, I have this epiphany, and then now Boyd is down there in the dungeon. He destroys the box of the music box monster, and now all of a sudden that frees everybody. So David says it's going to be a simultaneous revelation. Miranda has memories of Sophia in the 70s. They will come together and work it out. Yeah. So Mike says Clara would be an acceptable sacrifice. Yeah, I think a lot of people like Clara. But Clara barely has screen time each season. So if she dies, people will be like, oh, I liked Clara, but it'll be like Trudy dying. Like everybody liked Trudy, but Trudy didn't really have a lot of screen time. So it's almost like the character Trudy was introduced and somewhat made to be pleasant so that when she died, you felt something. But yeah, Trudy may be the same type of deal with Clara, that Clara was given just a little bit of screen time just so that when Clara gets taken out, we feel something. So Noah says there was going to be something bigger than the Man in Yellow. I think the way he has been strung out this season, I feel the Man in Yellow is the apex character. Well, I mean, the Man in Yellow is the big bad, but I don't think he's the greater evil. I think the greater evil is when they either open up the door to Colony House or do something with the bones. I think that could be because I mean, when Martin was confined in the dungeon and telling Boyd there's darkness in the forest, nightmares you couldn't begin to imagine, things you're never meant to see. I mean, Martin's talking like it's just like horrible in his part of the timeline, and then Martin chose death over freedom. So it's got to be really, really bad. Yeah, so there's a scene right here. So for all we know, she's hypnotized Clara or done something to Clara, and now Clara is underneath her control, and that's why she's so giddy. Let me play it again.
Liam? Maybe if you look closer. Oh, God.
The guy in the yellow suit, he's back. When the sun comes up tomorrow, I want to be ready to put shovels in the ground. Look at those bones. What do you want?
You know what the others are doing?
Hey, buddy. Hey, Victor.
Look at this dude. He is really one with the forest. And now he has pants. Are those pants? Maybe they're shorts and the legs are cut off. Sir, if you have pants, if you have pants, people are going to freak out. Like, oh, he only has a short sleeve shirt and shorts.
Doing?
Hey, buddy. Hey, Victor, come on.
Do you like games? I love them.
Do you like games? I mean, okay, so Claire is not under the control of Sophia. For all we know,
Do you like games?
yeah, she's gonna take control over Clara somehow, some way, and Clara is going to be maybe doing something to herself or whatever.
I love them.
The pictures, is it the kimono woman again? Or maybe, okay, what it could be is Elgin could have taken the picture of Sophia, and then in the picture it may reveal the man in yellow in a dress. Or maybe the man in yellow, Sophia in yellow's true form. Or maybe it could be the kimono woman. Because based off of his face, it's like he doesn't look shocked. He doesn't look shocked at all. Doesn't Sophia sound like Loki playing games?
I'm playing so many right now.
These are who y'all trying to save. These are who you all are trying to save.
So many right
Okay, I just want to point out something. No panda eyes. These are different ghoulish children. No panda eyes.
now.
Panda eye. So, no panda eye. No panda eye.
Right now.
Panda eyes. As if after the ritual, whatever the ritual is. And they're all pointing. So look, they're pointing up. And this is one of the children. I think this is the sheriff station, because the sheriff station is the only building that has brick, if I'm not mistaken. And it can't be the church, because the church does not have any. Yeah, it's probably the post office, because I mean this E would be at the end of office. So they may have Tabitha surrounded. I mean, Tabitha's at her home, talking to Ethan, minding her own business, and then here come the ghoulish children.
I'm playing so many right now.
I'm playing so many games right now. We know you playing games. Okay, this is other stuff dealing with. Okay. So they're all pointing. So they're all pointing up. Okay, you know what? I should have so do y'all see these veins, these varicose veins? Who does that remind you of? That may be the answer for what's going on with Fatima. Or Fatima. Fatima, or Fatima, depending on what character is saying her name, she may be getting drained by Smiley. And that's what's going on with her stomach. So with the children being sacrificed, it may be that is being drained by Smiley. So for her to control Smiley and look through his eyes, she is being drained by him. I'm trying to get to that point of the episode where she shows her stomach and it's like WTF. I think it was the beginning. Yeah. So that might be what it is that having a connection to Smiley, it's draining her stomach. And the same thing that happened to the ghoulish children, for them to be drained, could be what's going on with Fatima's stomach. It could be that type of connection right there. Because we don't really see the children being sacrificed, and it may be that some children were sacrificed, others were drained. Because he has like an injury right here, but it doesn't look like it's a fatal blow injury. But I could be wrong. That it could be it though. I mean, maybe some ghoulish children are sacrificed on the slabs of rock, and these children that we've never seen before, maybe they're drained of their life force or something. And that's what's going on with Fatima, because they said Fatima's blood pressure was too low to be human. Most of the time, your blood pressure is 130 over like 80. So between 120 and 130 is normal, and then 131 to 140 is like pre-hypertension. Then when you get higher, it becomes hypertension 1 or 2. But a high blood pressure means that blood is not flowing freely throughout the body, and your body has to work harder to get blood. Too low of blood pressure, your body has to work harder to get blood through it. But Fatima's heart rate and blood pressure was so low, she was basically considered dead. House of Mystics, the kids could be part of the Man in Yellow's games. Yeah, it could be. That's what I'm thinking, is that possibly that the ghoulish children, they could have been drained, and that could be what we're seeing. So let's look at all of the ghoulish children. So we'll take Fatima down. I think that's what's going on with Fatima. So Neo says, that sounds like what the editor Magic wants you to think. As far as the veins of the ghoulish child and Fatima. So Mita says Fatima, Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, it could be. Because only one of the children looked like that. So this could be pre-sacrifice, but then again, we do see some type of mark right here. So maybe this is the final blow of the sacrifice or whatever, but we don't see the panda eyes. Maybe maybe the panda eyes are not that pronounced. So this ghoulish child is pointing. Let me get this one. Yeah, this one looks like post-sacrifice. They kind of resemble hospital patients or child hospital patients in the past. As if they basically had cancer, but then we got the ghoulish eyes right there. But yeah, it appears as if they're being drained or something. And that's what we're kind of looking at. Yeah, he looks wicked. So that might be what it is that the different children are at different stages, and that's what this is. Because the ghoulish children have not come out to talk to Tabitha the entire season 4, and now all of a sudden they're showing themselves. So maybe they're pointing, it appears to be up. So maybe they're pointing at a crow or something. Maybe this is a Tabitha having a vision. But these are different ghoulish children than we've had in the past. I mean, her daughter is not among them. So we do have one girl, but not like the one that played her daughter. Maybe she hasn't returned or something. But I imagine that her daughter would be the one to come and talk to her or point, or maybe in the scene the daughter is walking up or something, or maybe they're pointing at the daughter, ghoulish child, and Tabitha looks up and the daughter's like, and cooey, and then has like a full conversation. So David says, our society began with blood atonements for agricultural and personal salvation. Long, long time ago. What's behind the Boyd's office? Colony House? No, Colony House is across, like the other side of the town from Colony House. No, okay. Let me show y'all as far as the map of the town. Now, Colony House is behind Tabitha's house, not the sheriff's station. We'll use this one. So Colony House is behind the Matthews new home where Tabitha's at. So yeah, they could be pointing to Colony House behind her home. That would make sense. As to them pointing up. So yeah, Tabitha's right here at the Matthews new home, and Colony House is kind of like behind it. So based off of where the kids are positioned, they could be pointing like in all those directions for Tabitha to go to Colony House. And maybe they're saying that their bones are back there. So y'all were saying, yeah, so yeah, people were saying that Colony House is behind the post office, is behind the Matthews home, where Tabitha's sitting. What's behind Boyd's office? Moortown. House of Mystics. It's the map. It's the map. So David says, digging up the bones is uncovering the hidden collective sin. It resembles bringing the root trauma from the darkness of the unconscious into the light of conscious awareness. Could be. So Amanda says maybe Eloise has her own version of Victor's peach truck. That would make sense. Because if, let's say if Eloise survived, Eloise may be somewhere. I mean, it would make sense if she planted the wild vegetables, but it could be that maybe Eloise is at an area that may be revealed at the end of season 4. Yeah, and the boy in white is telling on it, telling on everybody. Do you know what the others are doing?
Bones. What do you want?
You know what the others are doing?
Hey, buddy, hey.
Okay, so where was Victor when he said this? Maybe Victor was counting the trees.
What?
You know what the others are doing?
Hey, buddy, hey, Victor, come on, man.
Okay, so Victor probably went into the gas station and heard the plan about them pulling the faraway tree up from the roots, because we see Kenny right there, and that may be what's going on.
Hey, Victor, come on.
Yeah. Because at this part right here, this is the barn, and the barn is next to the gas station. So Victor went from over here, went this way, and now Boyd is grabbing Victor. Boyd's grabbing Victor like he was grabbing Ethan.
Hey, Victor, come on, man.
So where could Victor be going? No. Victor, you need to chill. But that's the other aspect. So Victor said this is his home. I don't think Victor would want to, quote unquote, go back home. So with the idea of going back home, all that does is it eliminates the trap, and now this town is in the middle of America somewhere. So Victor wouldn't really necessarily have to leave this town. He can still live there. There's just no trap. But I think people need to understand that Victor probably has lived through a bunch of people coming up with plans, and every time the plan fails, things get worse. So if you're going to win and beat whatever is keeping us here, cool. This is still my home. If you fail, my home is going to be worse for me. So David says, number 1, find food. Number 2, pretend you are alone. Number 3, never chop down the tree. Yeah, poor Victor. Victor is fighting hard. Yeah, he is. I mean, for all we know, Victor could be going to sabotage something, because I imagine that they're going to use maybe the ambulance or pickup truck that's at the side of Colony House to get the tree from the root. Matter of fact, let's that may have been Jade's plan, was to. So I'm gonna play the audio from Heavy is the Head.
The whole time I've been focusing on the entrances and exits that are there now, but what I should have been thinking about was the exit that used to be there.
What are you talking about?
There was a fucking hole in the ceiling, and there were these roots that formed the symbol. Do you remember the symbol? Yeah. Victor said those roots became a tree. This tree.
Okay, so Jade, yeah, so this is maybe Jade's gonna mention taking the vehicle, tying a chain to the faraway tree, and then pulling up from the roots.
Gentlemen, we are, at this moment, standing right above the cavern those bones are buried in. You said we couldn't go into the tunnels without a second exit, so let's make one.
You want to cut down the tree?
I want to pull it out by the roots. And before you say that's impossible, there's a clearing about 100 yards from here. The road isn't too far from that clearing. We got the truck and the van in there.
Yeah, so Victor may be going to the truck and the van that they're talking about using to clear the road. He may be going to sabotage the truck and the van. And that's where he's heading. So I kind of figured when I saw the episode and Jade was talking about chopping down the tree, my first thought is the boy in white's not going to like it. The boy in white is not going to like it. And he went to Victor to stop this. Yeah, well, minivan and the pickup truck they have that's located at Colony House, it's possible. It's possible. If they use both vehicles, it's possible. So Raw 7388, I told this chat a long time ago, the roots was the map. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Could you give me one good reason why Man in Yellow would want to warn Tabitha about causing a nightmare if the bones were all so yeah, you missed yesterday's stream. That's why you're asking that. You missed yesterday's stream. I'll go through it again. So it's not that the Man in Yellow is warning Tabitha about getting the bones. Let me find it. So it's not that the Man in Yellow is warning Tabitha about you could be setting your children free, yourself free, and everybody else free, or unleashing suffering. What he's doing is attempting a false dichotomy. And what I believe the Man in Yellow is doing is he's focusing on the good or bad that can happen with getting the bones of the children to prevent Tabitha from thinking about another option. And I believe that option is going to the lighthouse. So by the Man in Yellow saying, "Oh, you setting the children free or you getting the bones could set the children free or unleash suffering," it's just to prevent Tabitha from thinking about any other option, and then also it puts Tabitha at odds with Jade and Jade's current plan, because the Man in Yellow said that he wants to, or his favorite part is when people tear each other apart. So that could be a part of him playing these multiple games that Sophia told Clara about in having Tabitha go against Jade. So I think that's the reason why the man in yellow mentioned about the children's bones to Tabitha, episode 8. So David says, if a tree falls, does it make a sound? The boy says he will never forget the sounds of the bullets that killed Abby. And Henry snaps back to the daydream after hearing the sounds of the tree falling. Yeah. Well, so that is true about the roots, Rawls, but I think you said that the roots were a map. Like you said, the roots was the map. And I'm assuming like maybe a map of the cave or a map of something. In my opinion, the roots, as far as that symbol, is just that. So Neo says the boy in white wants the children to be rescued. Cycle ended. Well, if the boy in white wanted the cycle to be ended, I think he would. I think he would have mentioned what to do to the people in this cycle. Because the boy in white has done a lot of stuff for him to say that he tried with Christopher and people got to find out on their own. He's doing stuff that is counterintuitive to I'm not going to do anything. You got to figure out on your own, especially right here. The boy in white is going to Victor and like telling Victor, you know what other people are doing. So the boy in white is not trying to stay neutral. He is telling people what to do, what not to do, as far as telling Victor to not chop down the faraway tree, or telling Victor what the other people are doing to take down the faraway tree, pushing Tabitha out of the lighthouse, telling Ethan to shush, helping Victor to get away from Colony House and go into the faraway tree, and giving Victor a plan on getting Tabitha from the cave system. The boy in white is doing a poor job of staying neutral and not doing anything. So the boy in white could have just told people what to do if he really wanted the cycle to end by saving the children. Because for all we know, the same way he told Tabitha that it's the only way, and the boy in white said that's pertaining to basically season 2, whatever the boy in white's plan was. The saving the children may have been for Christopher and Miranda's cycle. Yes, House of Mystics is right. Everybody like the stream, thumb up the video. So Mita says boy in white doing stuff in the background. Yeah, he is, but he's doing way more than he claims that he doesn't want to do. If the boy in white did not want to interfere like he's claiming, he wouldn't be doing all this. He's doing a lot. And then he even was talking to Elgin when Elgin had his prophetic dream while having the seizure, when Elgin first came into town, and the boy in white was saying the nursery rhyme to Elgin. So the boy in white has done a lot. So B. Brock VA, what about the ghoulish children's hopes and the roots? I don't know. That's according to Victor, overhearing the boy in white talking to Christopher about the children poured their hopes into the roots. The roots became the symbol, and the symbol became the faraway tree. So Mita says, if teeth is how Man in Yellow gets to transform, what about the personal items help the boy in white? Well, if that's the case, I imagine that the boy in white would have not wanted Victor to bury the personal items or precious items of everybody in town. So Neo says, or Nio, but I think boy in white is on the side of the children because a lot of people would opt out to escape. if he told everyone not save the children and the cycle? Yeah, I don't understand. So Amanda says Man in Yellow warns Tabitha. Sophia in Yellow is sharing her plasma dual personalities. Maybe one doesn't know what the other does and says during their time with their body. Could be. But I mean, Sophia in Yellow did go get the Man in Yellow suit. So I think it's just different forms. And I think the Man in Yellow kind of warning Tabitha was just to prevent her from thinking about any other option. Because why would the Man in Yellow go to Tabitha and say, you getting the children's bones would either set the children free or unleash suffering? Like, why would he do that unless he wants her to focus on getting the bones or not getting the bones, as opposed to going to the lighthouse on foot or any other option besides getting the bones? So Mita says, I wish we knew what toys belong to the ghoulish children. Well, they did have those blocks that they were building as far as that Jenga tower. So they do have that. So Neo says, people would not want to go through this with saving the children. They would think of themselves and just demand how to escape. Boy in White knows how to escape, but he wants the people to stay and rescue the kids. So right now, I give the Boy in White the side eye, because if the Boy in White wanted the kids to be rescued, he could just say that to the current cycle. Instead of pushing Tabitha out of the lighthouse, he could have just told her, the children are not, sorry, Mario, your princess is in another castle. He could have did that to Tabitha and then just had Tabitha go back to town like Moses coming off the mountain with the commandments, save the children. Because Tabitha was already going to the lighthouse to save the children. And then so for the Boy in White to push her out, to me, it just seems counterproductive to save the children by pushing Tabitha out of the lighthouse when she went to the lighthouse to save the children. So I think the Boy in White, I think he is the protector of the forest, which is why we always see him in the forest. And saving the children might be what he told Christopher to do, because it helps out the faraway trees or something. So House of Mystics, do you think the cycle has a certain time frame for each cycle, like maybe 96 days, they have to solve the problem within that time frame? I don't think there is a time frame. I think you could be there forever and nothing ever happens. I think the running out of time is pertaining to someone or some people are doing something that is going to have an outcome to cause something else. So the time limit, as far as the Boy in White, for example, saying you're running out of time, I think that is for the greater evil to be released. So Jade and his plan was going to happen when it happens, and that is the running out of time. So with the Boy in White saying you're getting so close, but you're running out of time, I think the running out of time is before, as the Boy in White is telling Victor, do you know what the others are doing? That's the running out of time to prevent them from, or they're going to pull the faraway tree out of the roots, and that's when the running out of time goes into play. And then getting so close, and maybe getting close to knowing all the information such as remembering your memories and figuring out what's going on with the township. That's what my guess is. I think if Jade would never come up with a plan and people were just to sit around, there would be no you're running out of time or whatever. Because remember, season 1, there was like 96 days since an incident had happened. And then the Matthews coming to town, and you got the situation with Lauren and Megan. But before that, it was like 96 days. And people in Colony House were partying, everybody having a good time. And the boy in white obviously was not around because Victor had said the boy in white went away and he thought the boy in white was just a dream. So I think that if nobody tries anything and you have the talisman stones, it would be like how it is season 1 with Colony House, where they were focused on hedonism. I mean, it was so good. Donna was saying that Colony House and the township and From is better than the real world. So Rouse 7388, you're trying to say it's a cause and then a reaction. Yeah, that's what I think. I think the running out of time is when Jade pulls the faraway tree from the roots and they go and get the bones. That's going to have an effect. So Jade and the planning of the people in town is the cause. And that's where the running out of time is. And I think once we get done with season 4, season 5, which will be the aftermath, will be what Martin was telling Boyd in the dungeon about there's darkness in the forest, nightmares you couldn't begin to imagine, things you were never meant to see. So Amanda says maybe the Lake of Tears is below. Well, below the faraway tree is the chamber that Jade was in the cave system. And in the crypts that we saw in the chamber, where one of the ghoulish children had stuck his face to the bars of the crypt and was like mean mugging Tabitha, the bones may be there in those crypts. So they may go to the crypts and get the bones and like take them. And by taking the bones, that could cause an effect. So I think the Lake of Tears was at the settlement, and that's like the last time we hear about this whole Lake of Tears. So Amanda's saying not below the tree, but below, like in the tunnels. Remember, Jade went down to the tunnels season 2, and he went to a chamber, and when he looked up, he saw the roots that had they had like morphed into the symbol as a hallucination, and then they came together, I guess, because time had passed or whatever. So if you're saying maybe below the chamber of the cave system, that it could be the Lake of Tears, perhaps. But like Jade was telling Boyd and Kenny, that when Jade was down there, he went into a chamber, looked up, and it was like roots, and that must be where a faraway tree is. And that's where Jade is trying to go, is back into that chamber, more than likely to go to the crypts at the bottom of the chamber to look for bones. So Neo says, have you heard the theory that the Lake of Tears is the swimming pool, and that's why the guy got stuck in the pool when he asked to escape? I mean, it's possible. It's possible. But remember, okay, only reason, so with the Lake of Tears, remember Ethan told Jim season 1, when Ethan was in a lucid state, he told Jim, I saw it. I saw the Lake of Tears. So Ethan has seen the Lake of Tears. Ethan has seen the Lake of Tears. I could play it if I want me to. So because Ethan has seen the Lake of Tears in his lucid dream, Ethan is the Lake of Tears expert. So with him being the Lake of Tears expert, he knows what it looks like. He just may not know where it's located. So when they went to the settlement and there was a lake out there, Ethan never said, this is not the Lake of Tears. He did do that with the Brundles. Just hear me out. So Ethan already went to the Brundles and said, no, this is not the Lake of Tears. Then when he went to the settlement, he never said, this is not the Lake of Tears. So because Ethan is no longer talking about or searching for the Lake of Tears, it's reasonable to believe that he found the Lake of Tears, especially because he saw it, even though he didn't know where it was located, because again, he told Victor, this is not the Lake of Tears when he went to the Brundles. So the Lake of Tears, ergo, can't be underground or anywhere else, because Ethan would have denied the settlement lake as being the Lake of Tears like he did the Brundles. So, in my opinion, if Ethan's no longer looking for the Lake of Tears and Ethan's not talking about the Lake of Tears, the settlement must have been the Lake of Tears, and it's just a nothing burger at this point. So B Brock VA says he wants to see the golem in action. So Mike says those roots were pretty high above Jade. So what I'm thinking is that I think that Jade is going to use vehicles to remove the faraway tree, and they may use a rope to lower someone into the chamber while the monsters are asleep. The monsters will probably be down there waiting on them. They'll lower someone into the chamber. That person may go to the crypts, pull out the bars or whatever the. I guess they're bars. They're bars made of bone or something. Open up the crypts, look for bones, snatch, and then go back to the rope and climb up or be pulled out. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. It's going to be like a Mission Impossible type of situation. So yeah, the man in yellow could have been the one to give Ethan the vision. It is possible. That is possible. I mean, the vision gem who told Ethan to find the Lake of Tears, we know he didn't mean any good because he's looking over his shoulder, all suspicious. So, but I mean, no matter who gave Ethan the vision or he gave it to himself, Ethan said in the lucid dream to Jim, I saw it. I saw the Lake of Tears. Then he also described the spider coming down from the ceiling, and also Victor drawing everybody, Julie, Jim, and Tabitha. So Ethan saw the Lake of Tears, and Ethan even denied that the Brundles was the Lake of Tears. So in my opinion, Ethan knew what he was looking for, and when he went to the settlement, I mean, Ethan's like putting water on the bird. The bird died, but still. So Mike says Golem is rivaling Ellis for sheer usefulness right now, but Ellis still edges it. Yeah, so at this point, I mean, unfortunately, there isn't a character or situation in From that can do an exposition dump and tell people what right looks like. Because the boy in white's not going to do it. So all you really can do is explore or experiment. I personally think that leaving the town behind and taking an exodus to the lighthouse is the way to go. Or at least exploring the forest is the way to go. Like a part of the issue is hanging on to the town when the town could be the starting point of the journey. If you ever played a like an online game where it's an RPG online, you start off in the town and you learn the basics of the mechanics of the game. Then you go off into a journey and you leave the town. Maybe you go back after each mission or each dungeon or something, but the town is like a starting point or a base of operations. So I think, in my opinion, I would focus on, if you really want to go home, the town can't be your home anymore, and you have to prepare to leave your home and journey off into the forest and even make the lighthouse a place you navigate to. So Mita says the faraway hole. I mean, if they get rid of the faraway tree, in my opinion, it should be the same way as the middle of the ruins. How I think the middle of the ruins has a hole or some type of portal that can only be accessed by certain means. But I imagine that's kind of how the faraway tree is, where a tree grew around the hole, not necessarily the faraway tree is a plant that has a portal inside of it. So Neo is asking about the people with powers. I think those powers were given by the township, and the powers can't be trusted. I think every ability cannot be trusted, and it's basically used or given to a person so that person can have the connection that can be used for something malicious or evil. So look at Elgin. Elgin had the ability he had a connection with the township, and he had prophetic dreams. And look what happened with him and the kimono woman. Fatima, more than likely, is being drained of her life force, equivalent to the ghoulish children. And she can control Smiley, but Smiley's also draining her to sustain himself or whatever, or feeding off of her somehow or whatever. And that, of course, is not good for Fatima. And then you have Ethan. He has his gifts, but look at Vision Jim manipulated Ethan to go to the Lake of Tears, and then here comes the dolls. It was almost as if it was to lure Tabitha to the cabin in hopes that something would happen to Tabitha, or maybe happen to Ethan, or happen to other people with Tabitha and Ethan. Maybe the objective was to get Roger to turn him into a doll for Sophia to use at Colony House. And then Sarah and the Voices. Do I need to go into Sarah and the Voices? It doesn't really seem like there's anything positive or good with anyone's abilities. So Mita says the people of From can't even trust themselves. Yeah, they can. They can. So I'm with Alice. Can daylight be seen through the roots in the cave ceiling? So when Jade went down there, the roots had morphed into the symbol and light was shining through, but then they morphed back into the regular roots. So I imagine that once the symbol becomes a faraway tree, that symbol gets covered up. And that's the reason why when Jade was down there, season 2, episode 10, it was completely dark after the symbol had left, when the hallucination or vision ended. All right, so that's my thought on everybody's questions as far as me giving my comments on it and everything. So Julie's story walking also could be considered bad because, I mean, what has Julie done positive with her story walking? Name one good thing that has come up from Julie's story walking, including future Julie's story walking. It seemed like she got Jim killed. So I think Boyd accidentally found the talisman stones based off what we've seen him do. So B Brock VA, it seemed like Fatima is being drained, like we saw with the ghoulish child. And remember, Fatima's blood pressure is like low, and her heartbeat is low, where that Fatima should be dead. So something is draining her, and that may be the varicose veins we see on her stomach. So Amanda says, Julie found out that the man in yellow really likes liver. Yeah, he does. I'm still thinking that Victor was munching on... You know what? I'm going to leave it alone. But yeah, Julie had a chance to see the man in yellow, a version of him. Interrupted his meal. Rude. So David says, Julie's story walking is going to make bookmarks, learn how to move personal items, and then learn how to move people from past chapters to the lake, resurrecting them all. Is that a theory or a spoiler? Because the path that they're going right now with 2 episodes left of season 4, Julie's story walking days may be behind her. But I don't know. Maybe she may story walk again if she could find somebody to pull her out from the ruins, or it may be that Julie needs to story walk by herself and learn to pull herself out. Like, take the training wheels off and learn how to story walk on your own. Oh, okay. So Amanda says, Mike is spreading it. What did Mike say? Evil nightmares aside, I live there. Wow, Mike. You can't put the evil nightmares aside. That's like saying... that's like saying, let's see, what's something that's good but also bad? That's kind of like saying, crashing into the ground aside, I drive off a cliff for the thrill of the ride. I drive off a cliff for the thrill of the ride. Crashing into the ground and dying aside. I think we got to include everything together with the nightmares that are so bad that Martin chose death over freedom. That's how bad it is. And my interpretation is it's equivalent to Event Horizon, when the Event Horizon first went into the other dimension, the Hell dimension, like that, or Hellraiser, like that. Like it's so bad that I don't even want to be free. I'd rather be dead. That's pretty bad. People are saying, oh, I believe that Martin is is Boyd in the past or a former Boyd, and I'm like, I don't think he's a former Boyd. I think even if Boyd is broken, he would still keep going and wanting to save people. Remember, Boyd was kind of broken episode 1 of season 4. He broke down and now he's back on track. He was even broken after having to shoot Abby. So Boyd has been broken more times than a lot. You could say, well, maybe Martin is Boyd after experiencing stuff for decades, and that could be the case. But there's nothing about Martin that says Boyd or the leader, and we're just kind of coming to conclusions for those who were like Martin's a previous version of Boyd. Now you could say, well, maybe Martin is like that because he's a Marine, and my answer is, have you ever worked with Marines? They're just like every other branch. They're just like everyone else. They have a great marketing campaign. No disrespect to the Marines, but the Marines that I've worked with and have met and worked with, they're just like everybody else as far as in the military. And then you got your elite ones who may be Navy SEALs, or you may have, people who are elite and like a part of elite units. But the same way that Boyd was in the Army, Martin's was in the Marines, and nothing about Martin said that he was the leader of the town when he was in town, or that he is or was a version of Boyd. What's in Boyd's trailers? I imagine Boyd, Abby, and Ellis's belongings. Oh, I'm with Ellis. I'm with Alice. Henry looks like Martin to me. Could be. Could be. Yeah, House of Mystic says, all our main characters are broken, traumatized. Yeah, they are. Okay. All right. So I think we're good on that. We'll do the trailer one more time. That's kind of my interpretation of what's going on with the trailer.
Do you know who I really am? Maybe if you look closer. Oh, God.
The guy in the yellow suit, he's back. When the sun comes up tomorrow, I want to be ready to put shovels in the ground. Look at those bones. What do you want?
You know what the others are doing?
Hey, buddy. Hey, Victor, come on.
Do you like games? I love them. I'm playing so many right now.
Yeah, so I think that Clara is kind of under the control of Sophia at that point. Just like with the priest was able to kind of freak out, but not really defend himself. I think that's what's going on with Clara. And Sophia did that simply by touching the priest. So Clara may be getting the same type of treatment that the priest had received in the trailer, or the episode of episode 9 is the calm before, like the calm before the storm, and the storm may be that they're going to remove the faraway tree. So I think that so Amanda said something saying the Lake of Tears is below, and the tears come from Tabitha's reincarnations about having to choose what happens to her kids. Liv passes on, becomes the anchor. I mean, it could be. Could be. I would say, I think the Man in Yellow wrote Ethan's books, and the term Lake of Tears comes from Ethan's book, Flight of the Chromonocle, and the fairies in the Lake of Tears was bringing stuff back to life. I mean, in my opinion, just the term Lake of Tears means they're a bad thing, and it would make sense that Tabitha and Jade saving the children could be future versions of themselves who will be children, and you're saving them from being reincarnated. But it also could be the tears coming from Tabitha's reincarnations about having to choose what happens to her kids, live, pass on, become an anchor. Yeah, so hopefully we get more from that, and Tabitha's end will be worse than Jade. Choosing between her kids after she lost Thomas would be worse, hence her tears become a lake, maybe located somewhere down below. Maybe she was being held like the kids are being held. Only thing about that is just because Ethan said he saw the Lake of Tears. I mean, Ethan's, you know what, let me play it. Because Ethan said, I saw the Lake of Tears. So unless it's like a different place or a different type of lake or something, but Ethan said, I saw the Lake of Tears. And that's what Jim was referencing. So I mean, the Lake of Tears expert is Ethan. Now it's possible that Lake of Tears, like Vision Jim said, is a real place and Ethan has to find it. But when Tabitha came rolling up, that Vision Jim left. So in my opinion, Ethan was like the chosen one for this Lake of Tears, and we haven't heard anything about the Lake of Tears since they went to the settlement. Okay, maybe it's episode 2.
Preview.
All right, so here is Ethan's going to talk about the Lake of Tears, and unless we get more from the show, I think there's no bad theories or bad answers. But myself personally, I think the Lake of Tears angle may be over with.
How are you?
It hurts.
I know. You got a little banged up, but
I saw.
Okay, so he's gonna say it. All right, and not the map. We don't need the map. All right, let's see. Right here.
I saw it.
what'd you say?
I saw the Lake of Tears.
Okay, so Ethan says that he saw the Lake of Tears. So, and he already told Victor that the Brundles is not the Lake of Tears. So we could say the Lake of Tears could really be in the sky. It could be underground in the cave system, underneath the cave system. It could be in heaven. I think every answer is right with the what if type of thinking. However, Ethan is the Lake of Tears expert. It's in his stories, and he's saying here, while in his lucid state, that he saw the Lake of Tears. And that's the reason why Vision Jim says season 4, the Lake of Tears is real, is here. And then Ethan goes to the settlement and does not deny that the settlement is the Lake of Tears. So that's so I'm open to being open-minded as far as the Lake of Tears could be here or there. But as far as me personally, I think the Lake of Tears angle's over with. Ethan's the expert, and he's saying that he saw it. And when he told Victor that the Brundles is not the Lake of Tears, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. One more time.
No. You got a little banged up.
I saw it.
What'd you see?
I saw the Lake of Tears.
Okay. Okay. That's it. So do you all want me to play when Ethan told Victor that the Brundles is not the Lake of Tears, or do we remember that? Okay, so Nio says, surely digging up the bones of the children means you need to now put the bones in the Lake of Tears. Well, they poured the Lake of Tears water over the bird who was injured, and the bird died, y'all. Y'all want me to play that part, y'all? The bird went from being injured to dying by having water poured on it. Do you all want me to play that? The Lake of Tears killed the bird. Nio, the bird died. The bird went from having like a broken wing or a broken leg to dying. Dying. So Miss Win LS says, I just want to know where the boat is. What boat? Okay, so Niall says Lake of Tears is good. I think the quest is for evil. Yeah, it could be. I think everything in the township is for evil. Like Christopher already said, everything lies here. I don't think the story could have a happy ending, but I don't think it's going to have a happy ending. I mean, even the Bible has a bad ending in Revelation. Now, after Revelation, there's New Jerusalem and all that, but all in all, for the earth and for everyone who is not a part of the 144,000, you're condemned. You're condemned. So there's no true happy ending when you're talking about an ending for a select few. So I think From is going to be the same way, where there is no happy ending, but there will be something positive for a few people, but not everybody. I mean, even I think it's the Vision Monster who was cosplaying as Father Khatri was saying that you have to accept everyone's not going to make it. And I mean, that's called collateral damage, when you accept that certain people are not going to survive. That's a military thing. But I mean, that might be the case where the survivors or the people who make it out, it might be Ethan, Julie. That might be it. Maybe Tabitha. Maybe. Yeah. So Mita says there will be a little bit of hope left for the rest. The rest of who? And the township? So David says that Boyd's going to sacrifice himself to save the town. I can see that. So Mike says Victor will make it. Honestly, I think if the town, if all the buildings in town get destroyed, like the Matthews home, Victor, even if the curse is lifted, Victor really would lose his home because that's where he lives. And that'd be a sad ending for Victor. Like, Victor survives, but to what end? Victor could not make it in regular America. There's just no way. Victor basically is somebody who went to prison at age 10 and is getting out in his 50s. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Right. Yeah, so I'm gonna play Amanda's video in a moment. I just want to kind of give a response to everything in terms of Lake of Tears, in terms of the trailer, in terms of Boy in White, before we get into the comedy and the silly stuff. Yeah, some of you all are saying stuff that sounds cool, but it's poetic. It's poetic, but I'm just like, it reminds me of one of the last streams where we were looking for a spider on the side of the house. A lot of stuff that you all are saying is poetic. It's poetic, but I don't know. So Neo is saying the quest is to sacrifice Ethan to the Lake of Tears. Jade may be the type to sacrifice Ethan to solve the problem, believing he will escape. I don't think Jade is like that. I don't think Jade is like that. So Miss Win LS says, Amanda and the Milkman. So House of Mystics, what if Boy just respawns for the new cycle? I think let's say if they do not get rid of the evil trap of the township, people will die and be trapped there. And that may be the end of From, where everybody dies. Certain people are allowed to escape. Everybody else dies, and Boyd's soul and everyone else's soul is stuck in town, and Boyd is walking through the township with the bell, but there's no point because you're dead. That would be the most wicked thing. Is everyone continues on doing what they're doing, but they're dead and there really is no point. So you got people at Colony House working to produce food they can't even eat, just going through the motions. Tien Chen Lu is in the diner cooking food for people who can't even eat. Donna is telling people what to do in Colony House, and it doesn't matter because they're just stuck there forever. So Niall says, they said Jade turns. Remember Jade turns evil, said by Victor. Well, Victor said that Christopher turns. I don't think Jade's going to have that same outcome. I think Christopher turns, but I don't know about Jade. So I don't think, so Amanda says, that was the craziest live stream so far. Yeah, it was crazy. It's somebody was saying that, and that's kind of the reason why I don't really like doing reaction videos to other people's stuff publicly and saving it for channel membership, because people may show up who are not members, and or content creator may show up under a different account or whatever, trying to plead the case of something. And you all know, if you've been following me for like 5 minutes, you already know I'm going to put it on the Summer Jam screen. I'm going to put the episode behind me and I'm going to look and play it. And I'm going to say, hey, this is what is going on in the episode. I'm going to push play. We're going to look at it. I'm going to draw lines on the screen. And if it's not there, it will be quickly, efficiently, and expeditiously verified. So when it comes to other people's channels or videos, I'll go through and pause someone's video and say, okay, you're saying that Boyd had a red rose on his jacket? Okay. I'm going to pull up the episode. No red rose on the jacket, just an example. And now people may be in their feelings. They may be tender, sensitive, And it's not that I'm trying to kick anyone's back in. I just believe that we deserve better than people doing stuff just to sell videos. I got it. You trying to make you some money? Cool. But I think that we as the Frumily and fans deserve better. I mean, look at this channel, not even monetized. We over here chilling. This is basically just fan stuff with this channel right now, just being fans. So if somebody says that something's going on in the show, I'm gonna say, oh, really? I'm gonna pull it up. We'll examine. And if it's not there, we will know in real time. And people hate that. People hate pointing out hypocrisy or lies or half-truths, lies, and misleading information. And I'm like, if you're trying to sell videos, then just say that. Because you could say, well, this is fan fiction and there's spiders in the background hiding behind stuff in every episode and spider webs. You know, if you tell us that it's fan fiction, I'll respect it. But if you say, no, every episode there's spiders hiding, I'm going to look. And then when I look and we see a fly on the wall, people are going to be mad. And if you notice, not picking on anyone, but that person has not returned to the Discord, has not returned to the chat section. And I'm just like, okay, obviously you must have been that content creator under a different account and you were trying to windmill for yourself, and I get it. But just say it's fan fiction and be done with it. Because there's this one video that I saw, or that we reviewed and we reacted to. True story. Somebody went on and on and on about the crows were the people who were deceased in town, and that Jim was going to be one of the crows and was going to be flying in a different direction, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, what? How did you come to this conclusion and the crows are barely in the town? I mean, the crows did come into town this season for one episode. They did come into town and make an appearance one episode. So, okay, cool. But when laying out the crows are going to do this and do that, what do you have to base off of that? And if it's just a theory, okay, cool. But she was going on and on and on. And it's like, okay, this is fan fiction. So Amanda says she did not return, but she is still a Discord member. Yeah, I think people would join the Discord, and when they don't return, they're just not going to leave the Discord. But it's probably people who are a part of like 1,000 Discord servers. But as far as returning that I'm talking about actually making comments and chatting away in the chat room. Like, that person has not returned. And I'm like, I wasn't trying to kick in the back of your favorite content creator. I'm just like, if somebody says something is there, someone like me is gonna look, and if I don't see it, I'm gonna be like, okay, what's the deal here? So yeah, so people get tender, they get sensitive, because people like to be reckless with their theories, and they're saying, oh, well, it's on aliens or whatever, or Egyptian gods. And I'm like, okay, I want to go down the rabbit hole. How do you come to that conclusion? And it's just like slop. And I'm like, okay, if it's fan fiction, okay, cool. But a lot of times stuff just doesn't really follow logic to where I can actually go to an episode and look for something and say, oh, okay, this is how you came to that conclusion. I get it. I can see it. So when people were talking about Baphomet before we have season 4, and then we had a ram's head is different than Baphomet, the goat god with the goat head. It could be that people may have had access to season 4, and that's why they said goat god and Baphomet or whatever, or they could have been guessing. But in my opinion, to go down the rabbit hole of Baphomet Freemasonry and stuff like that. Like, I just need to be able to follow you. And a lot of people are like I'm walking with them. Here's the corner to the left. They start walking faster. No, they say, look to the right. I look to the right. They're walking faster. I look back. Hey, nothing's there. Whoa, you're already all the way at the corner. They turn the corner. They start sprinting. And then when I get around the corner, hey, there was nothing to the right. They're all the way down the street. And I'm like, okay, how do you get all the way down the street to Egypt and Baphomet and stuff? How did we get here? And it's because they just took off running. So Raul 7388, my theory doesn't count anymore. Some of it, I mean, so in my opinion, I think it's nothing. There is no wrong theory or wrong answer because we don't know. We don't know. And I do believe that you could be incorrect about something and you just refine your theory or refine your thought process. Because there was something I was completely wrong about in terms of Phone Thomas. I will be the first to say I thought Phone Thomas was a version of Thomas from a different reality. Now it's looking like it was just the man in yellow. Okay, cool. I will be wrong. I will be wrong, but I'm not going to go into some faith-based system as to what Phone Thomas is when he's just a dude on the phone. So Mita says, I am worried for the main cast. I'm not ready for anything, but so excited for everything. Yeah. So House of Mystic says, it's fun until people get into their emotions and take it. Yeah, people are sensitive. People are sensitive. They are tender and sensitive. People all the time tell me, Spade, all your theories are wrong. Your whole channel wrong. I hate you. And I said, you know what? Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching anyway, even though you hate me, you hate my theories, hate my channels. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm not going to be sensitive or in my feelings. For what? I mean, I know it's just a TV show and that the man in yellow is never going to invite me to go eat liver with him. I know that. I wouldn't want to eat the liver, but I wouldn't, I would like to at least be asked, like ask me, hey, I'm munching on a couple of people on the street. Do you want a couple of bites? No, thanks. I'm good. But I appreciate you for asking. Other people might get sensitive and get upset because they weren't asked to munch on some liver. Or maybe Victor is eating bugs and plants and somebody might be offended that Victor does not invite you to eat plants with him. I'm like, hey, you know what? You didn't ask me. I'm not going to be offended, but I'm glad that you asked. Yeah, so Amanda says you created a fun and safe environment, and Amanda has created a fun and safe environment in the Discord. Amanda, if you could please drop the Discord link, because every time I drop a Discord link, it's wrong. I don't know how that's possible. All right, we're going to get to watching some funny videos right now. So before we transition into that, I'm going to take a quick, we've been on 2 hours. I'm going to take a quick non-commercial commercial break, and we'll come back and we'll so Neo says, I feel like you are heavy on not putting everything on the man in yellow, but the show won't have enough time to explain everything the next season and also introduce a new entity and mystery. Well, the entity, there's going to be time for a new mystery. Look what they did with Sophia. So they have time in season 5 to introduce something new. And then as far as a new entity, the quote unquote entity has been there from the start. Because it might have not been the man in yellow who made the storm go in to destroy the radio season 1, or make the crops go bad, or make the storm go in and rain on Sarah and Boyd. So there may be a greater threat the whole time in the background. They could easily introduce something new or a new concept for season 5. They could do it. So not thinking that the show cannot do something, Neo, you're going in the box. Yeah, you got to go in the box. You're new over here. You going in the box. Frank, get out. Neo, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Maybe it's Nio, in the box. Right. Yeah, I feel like all of that is just the will of the forest. You going in the box. Yeah, Frank, you can get out. So monsters, you all hold on. Let Nio get in there. Let Nio get in the box. Yeah, go in the box. Close the door. There you go. Close the door. Right, Red Star 24 agrees. They'll have enough time. I agree. There's a whole season 5. They introduced Sarah. Not Sarah. They introduced Sophia and the man in yellow with little build up, and we like them and accept them. They have time. Wait, who's going in the box? Nio 7370 for doubting the show can do what it's been doing since day 1. Each season has been something new introduced. Season 2 was the music box monster, plus the worms, plus supernatural cicadas. Season 3, there really was no monster. I mean, the cowboy monster was a thing, but season 3, no monster. But they did a lot. They introduced a lot. Look how many loose ends are left to explain. They don't have to explain anything. We still don't know about Brian Kelly, who served with Boyd, as compared to a Brian and Kelly who came on the bus. We still don't know, and we'll never know, how everybody arrived on a bus, with Elgin having a connection to the township, Marielle being the fiance of Christy. Every loose end will not be wrapped up. That's why you're going in the box. Yeah, Michelle, I agree. A few more people might roll into town. Is Adventurous Exile still in the corner? He needs to be, or she needs to be. They need to be. There you go. That's what happens when you doubt the show. Right there. Right there. Right there. I mean, I don't like putting people in the box, but sometimes people put themselves in the box. All right, so we'll take a quick non-commercial commercial break, and then we'll roll into some funny stuff. All right, sorry about that. Didn't mean to clear my throat where y'all could hear. All right, so we got that out of the way with the Lake of Tears, with the Ghoulish Children, with the trailer for episode 9 of season 4 of From on Paramount and MGM Plus. All right, so next. Oh, and just to give y'all a heads up, so I think tomorrow is going to be a live stream for channel member live stream. I'll send the links out for that. It'll also be in Discord as well. So we'll do channel member live stream reacting to stuff. And then we may, no promises, that's gonna be more of like a party. This is a research stream, lay back, we chilling, research stream. Research has been completed. With tomorrow, it's gonna be more of a party, like a show. We may redirect over here for an after show and a chit chat. We'll see. But tomorrow's going to, well, really the rest of this week is going to be channel member live streams on Parkland Media YouTube channel. And if you're a part of the email group that gets the blind carbon copy, you'll get that link. And then also if you're on Discord, you'll get notified on that. But it's on Parkland Media YouTube channel. All right, so there's that. Rest of the week will probably be reacting to stuff and cracking jokes. We'll be doing that. All right, so the rest of this is not really research, not a show. It's just going to be basically some funny stuff that we've been seeing in these From streets. All right, so I saw this before.
Thanks.
I saw like the thumbnail for this, but I was gonna watch it with you all. Amanda also sent it yesterday, and that's what we're gonna be doing. Cracking joke. There's also some stuff on Instagram we'll look at, which I think it also can be found on our Discord, where people were doing parodies of From. When people start making memes and parodies, you know your show is blown up. So yeah, if you're wanting to talk theories, and everything, the rest of this stream is not going to be theories or anything serious. We're going to get into some fuckery. All right, let's do it.
if I just retrace my steps, I just go back. Boyd? Jesus Christ! Get away from me! Go!
Why don't you let me come inside?
No, I don't think I will, okay? So why don't you go back wherever you came from?
Why don't you come outside? You'll feel a lot better.
Come on, man. You really think somebody is stupid enough to open the door for you so you can murder them horribly? It ain't gonna be me, I'll tell you that. I'm not an idiot. All right, you know what? You can go ahead and stay there all you want. I don't care. You're not getting in, so whatever.
Well, that's too bad. Guess I'm gonna have to eat this Denny's Grand Slam by myself.
Very tempting.
How you get that? So you got pancakes?
Oh yeah, I got syrup, sausage, scrambled eggs. I know you're hungry. Why don't you open the door? We can eat this together.
Right. It's tempting.
Wait, man, come on. No, you think I'm gonna open the door for some Denny's?
He might.
You must think I'm an idiot, bro. No. I'm not that hungry. I'm not that hungry that I want to die, man. Get out of my face, bro. Get out of my face.
That's too bad. I really wanted to come inside. We could have had a lot of fun playing this early copy of GTA 6.
Oh! You're dead. People have been dying for that. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead.
How did you get that? Yo, is it like playing real life?
Oh yeah, realer than real life. Just open the door and we can play together.
Got him. Yeah, you got. You're God.
Wait a minute, wait. Open the case.
What's that?
Open the case right
Smart.
now, or I'm not opening the door.
Smart.
Okay.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of my face, bro.
Assassin's
I'm not opening the door
Creed.
for you, man. Listen.
Y'all see that?
I don't care.
He opened the case and it was Assassin's Creed. Got him. Oh, man.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of my face, bro. I'm not opening the door for you, man. Listen. I don't care what you have. I don't care what you do. Okay? So just go away because I'm not opening the door for any reason.
All right, Calvin. I'll see you next time. And maybe when I come back, we can smoke this fresh pack of Jade again.
Got him.
Come on in, bro. Roll that shit up. Wait. Oh my God. I don't have anything to roll it with. Do you have like a bong or pipe or something we can smoke it out of?
Wow, Calvin. You really are as dumb as they say.
Huh?
Got him. I was telling you all, people who use Mary Jane, it destroys your brain cells. I know some of y'all are like, I do it after work every day and makes me feel good. No, it makes you feel good because you're losing the brain cells that has you worrying about stuff that makes you feel bad. Yeah. So, all right, so this channel is Sylvanus. Very funny. Very fun. Uh-oh. When you try to press Victor and From for information. All right, let's do this one.
The first Final Fantasy.
Saying something. He started saying, doorway out, doorway out. Something like that. Doorway out? Wait. Did he tell you where that doorway out is? Before he died, he told me to go somewhere. In the forest. I had to follow his instructions, and I found a door. But I was too afraid to open it. I was too afraid to open the door. Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. Just tell me where the door is, and I will go through it and check it out. I remember I didn't want to forget what I saw, so I drew a picture. You drew a picture of the door and like the surrounding area and stuff? Mm-hmm. Victor, listen, I always knew you were to go. I always knew you were to go. Like, boy, Jade, all them, they cool, but you been here the longest, bro. You know, like, everything for real. Like, you really the secret to get it out of here, man. I knew it, bro. I always believed in you, man. Let me see that picture, bro. Let me see that picture. Let's get out of here, man. Let's go, man. I knew it. My boy Victor, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna get you a new lunchbox. Thank you so much for this, Victor, man. I always knew you was the GOAT, man. I always knew you was the GOAT. This don't make no sense. This is nothing. This is not helpful, Victor. This is not helping, Victor. Don't you get?
So B Brock VA says the wig is even better than Julie's. Wow.
Hey, you don't remember. You can't remember anything, bro. Every time I ask you, I don't remember. I don't want to talk about it, bro. You don't know. What do you do? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. No. What the fuck? What the fuck? No. Please, Victor, lock in and remember. I believe you.
That wig is wigging. The wig is wigging.
Bro, you give me this bullshit. Why would you hand me this? What the fuck? What am I supposed to do with this, Victor? Stop handing me these dumbass pictures, bro. I don't want to see none of these dumbass pictures no more, bro. Tell me where the doorway out is, man. Tell me where the doorway out is, bro. You know. I know you know, Victor. I don't know. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please, Victor. Please! Victor!
He's about to draw you some more BS. So Amanda says Tabitha and Victor's memory comes too late and too fuzzy. Yeah, it does. Not reliable.
Lock in, bro. What the fuck? It's not a game, bro. Lock in, Victor. Victor! 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 Please!
Please help me. He done drew the guy. Please help Victor. He done drew him. You are a part of the collection.
Please! Please! Please!
Oh, man. You are a part of the collection. You are a part of the collection. Wow. Wow. Some parts of the family getting offended by this right now, for sure. Yeah, some people are. I mean, they're tender. They are tender and they are sensitive. And they'll be the main ones telling you that the worms are Martin. The worms are Martin. The worms are Martin. Okay, so that's the one Amanda also sent, was that one. All right, so that's the two. All right, so here's one. This is by KS Doro. I don't know how to pronounce that. So hopefully you all can see this. This is people have been using AI to alter some of the videos. If you all want the link to this, let me know.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those guys were fast as lightning. It's a little bit frightening, but for expert timing, everybody was fighting.
Beat him.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those guys were fast as lightning.
I'm gonna mute it because of the copyright. Yeah. So look at her coming in, saving the township. Saving the township. If you're like, I don't like this, well, what are you doing? All right, so KSDOROSHUK. There's that. And then so I put the link in the chat. Amanda, let me know if that's good. If not, I'll email it to you or try to get it to you on Discord or something. Matter of fact, let me just do Discord. Save an email. Let's see. So there's the decision. There's the tree. Let's see. So I'm gonna show you all. So, so do you want me to direct message it to you on Discord or put it underneath one of the hashtag trees? I could just direct message to you if you're cool with that. @Spade TV. Oh, DM. Okay. So I'll do the DM. So I think, is this D? Yeah, this is direct message. Okay. So there's that for the DM. All right. So there's another one. Well, okay, so this is not really funny. I thought it was interesting. So this is behind the scenes. I don't know if you all are interested in behind the scenes, but this is how they made the viewfinder. So those are the totems behind the scenes. That's how they made the viewfinder. There's no sound. And you can see that's Boyd and Abby right there. That's that picture. And these are the rest of them right here. Check out Julia Doyle's comment. So Julia Doyle says, I still remember the first time I saw the Viewmaster on set and being so in awe and confused and shocked. Yeah. Yeah, that's why when people say that there's production issues and continuity errors with stuff, I'm like, you all have not seen the art department of From and how meticulous, creative, and grand they are. I do not think they have any mistakes on the show. I think everything on the show goes through multiple layers of verification, and they're top tier. The lighthouse is made up. I've showed behind the scenes of the lighthouse. The faraway trees are made up. Like even the whole town. They built the town from the ground up. Like From is, I mean, I'm sure other shows are the same way in movies and stuff, but they do a really good job to where anything that I find or that you all find and people say, oh, that's a production issue, continuity error, I dismiss all of that just simply because of how well they put together all set pieces, props, and everything. So Mike says they pour some love into this. Yeah. So Amanda says, I can't believe they found a Viewmaster. They made this. They probably made a smaller Viewmaster and a larger Viewmaster just to have the Viewmaster on screen for like a couple of minutes. And that is a large Viewmaster they created to get the camera in there to show images of the Viewmaster. They made a giant version. Look at how big that thing is. Only 50 hours of screen time. What? 50 hours? That's the Golem. No audio. So yeah, Mike L.Y., he obviously is a part of the art production or art department. Yep, that's the Golem. Boom. And that is the Colony House tool shed, where they have Roger somewhere on the ground. That's the director. They're going through making everything. What was the... Okay, so that's the wall of... Yeah, those are probably just people with the art department. But they're making the wall, I believe, that Boyd is going to smash and destroy. Hulk smash. So Red Star 24, I wonder who gets to keep the giant props at the end of the season. I would love to keep some props. Amanda says the production crew on this show is awesome. Yeah, they are. They are. Boom! Yep, look at that. Yep. Boom. 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 Yep. Yeah, they made the lighthouse that Tabitha walks up. They made the whole thing and put it into the forest. They also made the ruins, The dungeon, everything they make. There's nothing that they just took and redid. That's Victor. He's going to be on top of Colony House. And that's it. That's it as far as that. So he's also so this is his Instagram. M Likely. So Matt Likely. And he's a production designer for film and TV from the Institute Chapelwaite. So we just saw that one. Do you all want his Instagram in the Discord? Amanda? Do you want his Instagram? Does anybody want his Instagram to follow him? I mean, because he's posting stuff dealing with the set on his Instagram. I mean, it really could be good for theory crafting. Yeah, no audio. They're making the totems. That's out there at the settlement. Okay, so Amanda says sure. Look at that. Would you want to take one of the totems home after they're done with it on the production set? And so that is the entire model of the settlement. That's the entire model. So at least 3 cabins, and then like a main pit in the middle, and then I guess like totems or some type of structures right here. And then you got your trees. Yeah, but there's we know there's 3 cabins total, and we've only seen them in one of the 3. Okay, so Amanda says I'm still making threads, folders. I want everyone to feel at home in our Discord. Okay. And this is the cave, that cave with the tunnels. So they're still making tunnels. They're still making tunnels. So the tunnels is going to be a big thing, more than likely episode 10 of season 4. Yeah, so they're expanding the tunnels they already have. Oh, this is the corridor that we saw in Jade's acid trip. No, mushroom trip. So even episode 10, it may be more of exploring Jade's tunnels from the mushroom trip. So if you're thinking that it was CGI, this may be the tunnels that he used when he was on the mushroom trip, and they more than likely are going to visit it again. Episode 10, maybe even episode 9 of the season. Yep, that looks awesome. That's the sheriff's station. So, okay, that's the getaway billboard. The getaway billboard that now they have it against the window there because the vehicle came in and destroyed everything. Also, the art department. From Town and District Fire Department. So we have not seen this in the show. So you know what? They may have. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. But they may have had to, because they built a town, actually create a fire department for the actual set, which would make sense. Yeah, so someone's asking about the 50 hours. I'm kind of curious as far as the 50-hour comment as well. Like, what's up with that? Or what is that 50-hour thing? Up, there it is. Remember the giant doll busted in? Yeah, boom, boom, boom. So there it is. There it is. So that is M. Likely's Instagram. Matter of fact, let me show you more of it. So I won't go through every thing or every post. You can do that with the link that's in Discord. That Amanda's gonna do something with that, and then it's more stuff with the Institute if you like that. And this might be the roof cellar, right? No, this is the stairs after you leave the room in the roof cellar. You go down that trap door and you start going down the steps. That's what this is right here. So I'll leave you all to that. I will leave you all to that. Let's see. So that's some behind the scenes. This really has nothing to do with From per se. I thought it was interesting. There's a guy named Jess Cole. He is a man in a yellow suit. I saw his page and was like, oh, that's cool. So he actually is wearing a yellow suit with a yellow hat. Interesting stuff. That is his whole gimmick. He is a man in a yellow suit for real. I wonder if he finds out about From, will he try to sue? Because he was in a yellow suit, I think, first.
Marketing is what you say. The reality, I believe, is marketing is what you do. We spend $0 on marketing, and I don't believe anybody in the world wakes up and says, can't wait to see some ads today. I can't wait to get marketed to. Other than the Super Bowl, there's one. That's what most companies do. They throw ads at you. And
yeah, I wonder will he try to sue? I think the man in yellow should have a yellow hat. But then again, I think if he had a yellow hat, it would be too similar to him, and then now you got issues. So I just saw this posting and was like, what is this? So yeah, Jess Cole. He is a man in a yellow suit. He's the Savannah Bananas. I think it's a baseball team. And he is definitely in America. So there's that. Maybe this is the guy John Griffin saw in LA. Could be. Could be. So I'm not sure if. So I'll give this to Amanda as well in direct messenger. Maybe she'll put it on the Discord and people be interested in that. Yeah, the Man in Yellow 2.0. Okay, so So I know you all want this. I will give it to Amanda for the Discord. And so this is Scott McCord. This is his Instagram. This is Scott McCord. So I'll put this link in the chat. I know, I think I saw Captain Shriver was going to leave, but to stay and to hear Jade play, that link is for you to grab on the way out if you want to listen to it like in the future. Awesome sauce. Yeah, Victor before he fell on his head. Wow. Yeah, Victor, evil genius. This is Scott McCord's Instagram.
I hope to let it flow. This thing I somehow know. See the magic that I'm imbued with. The key to my good fortune. I hope to lead the way. Balance on this great big wave, so everyone around can shine, and the murder will be mine. Who do I thank for this? Who do I hate? I've come so far, guided by lucky stars. I'm guided by lucky stars. I want it down, how to go. So pretty. How to the heart. Walking down, how to the heart. I'm walking down. I hope to let it flow.
Awesome. All right. So one more. So that's Scott McCord's Instagram. I could be on it all day. Let's see.
Here.
When I was just a little boy,
I'm gonna mute it because of the copyright music. Wow, saving Tien Chen, slapping him. Yeah, yeah. Nah, don't worry about it, Grandma. We'll keep you out there. There it is. Fixing the township. Fixing the township. Everybody's saved. There you go. Everyone is saved. I'll send this one a direct messenger. Everybody's saved. I don't see why anybody would have a problem with leaving if everybody is saved.
When I was just a little boy.
Yeah, you don't need her. You don't need her. Stop simping. Uh-oh. Stop playing. Stop playing. Yeah. There it is. She dumped the water on Sarah. Sarah and her voices. Yeah. There it is. There it is. She saved Jim, gave him a shake. All right, so that's the, yeah, so pretty good. So I sent that. All right, we'll do one more. We'll do one more.
Now I have children.
Yeah, you don't need her. You don't. Oh, man in yellow ran him over. Boom. Yeah, you don't need Jasmine. Stop playing around. Bulldoze the tree, get it out the way. Now you can keep driving and probably get out the trap. There it is. Save Tien Chen. There it is. There it is, y'all. Now this is a good show. Yeah, there it is. I mean, mystery solved, save the day. I like it. I like it. All right, so we've been on here close to 3 hours. I'm going to end this. So tomorrow, where are you finding these? On Instagram. Instagram. Like, just go to Instagram, search for From Funny. Instagram just kind of like sends them, and it's like random people making AI stuff on their Instagram. So it's one of those things where once you start searching for From stuff, it'll just pop up. Yeah, so Niall says, yeah, I swear if you cut a night creature in half, it can't be alive still. I don't know. It might put itself back together. It might put itself back together. All right, so there it is, y'all. There it is. So the rest of this week is going to be member live streams. Definitely tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. A member live stream reacting to stuff. It may be the rest of this week. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so like Mike says, until tomorrow. Yeah, so it'll be member live streams on Parkland Media for channel members. All 100 people. All right, and then we may redirect over here for a chit chat like after stream. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so there it is. Thanks for watching. Go forth, do great things, and we are out. Peace.